Welcome back to Calmlands. This is my episode 2, but really it's kind of an episode 3 because I lost a good bit of recording on the second episode. So if you remember my silage pit, I accidentally put it a little bit too close to the edge of what I owned, and I couldn't actually pick up out of most of it, which was a real struggle. And I think I forgot to record a good chunk of it. Basically, most of what was episode 2 is kind of lost. So this is kind of an episode 3, but really it's still just an episode 2. I'll fill you in on what we missed as we bounce around here between these two tractors I got set up on Courseplay. Really loving Courseplay. First time I've used it on like any playthrough or anything, and learning a lot more about it as I go. And it is so nice and so helpful for getting a lot of this stuff done. But as you can see, we got two tractors now, two different tractors than the first one. I ended up finding this one here. I can't remember exactly what type of tractor this is, but I found it on a sale. I think it was 50 or 60% off. Crazy good. Turned in the other tractor for it. And after I sold the silage out of the pit, which was a struggle, but after that got sold, then I bought that Dutzfar, the green tractor you just saw, and I got a little cultivator, which is a pretty neat little mod, that roller cultivator. I think it's technically like a shallow disc cultivator. Then I cut in these 3 fields. One of them I got seeded with this seeder here. Nice case 5100, you know. Same one everyone's using, basically. Got my little house here. I believe I showed you that at the end of the first episode. Yeah, so I think 3 fields cut in now, or cutting in the 3rd field now. This is... oh shoot, what did I even plant here? Oats, yeah. I planted some oats in this field. They're going to need weeded next episode, probably. pH, I did not mess with the pH. I didn't do the nitrogen yet, so we'll have to fix that. But I replaced that silage pit with this guy. Great production. I really love it. Super strong, really good. I think I'm going to maybe swap it out at some point because it's really too good. You can see how fast it is pumping the silage out. But yeah, I just got that set on auto sell, so I'm losing a little bit of money for transport fees, but you know, that's fine. We got tons of grass off this field with that forage wagon. But yeah, I basically picked up the rest of the grass, put it in this production, made a good little chunk of money. Lost the footage of it, so I can't, you know, fill you in on exactly what happened, because I had some mod conflicts that were really messing some other things up too. But I think I got them sorted out mostly, and we're cutting in a few fields. I'm planning on doing 3 or 4 fields in this area, just going for a whole crop rotation type thing, different crops in each field, swap up what crops we do. I've got there's a fun mod called, it's the Conservation Agriculture mod. And it had just come out when this series was like starting, and I really wanted to use it for it. But I think I've had a few issues with the seed rate and stuff, which I think has been sorted out since I recorded this. But I think we're on a good track now. We're just going to get this field cut in, start picking up that grass, and we're just going to keep on moving. Here's my trusty Batwing mower. This is it's fantastic. I love this thing. I'll probably keep it for the whole series. I do have my eye on a few other pieces of equipment that I want for cutting grass, but I think this is gonna find some use on the farm for a long time. And boy, it's looking rough already. So let's just hop in this guy and I think finish up the edge of this field because I didn't set up my boundaries correctly on the course play. So this is like my second or third time trying to do the voiceover on this. I kept forgetting how to do it and really messed up a few things in editing. That's why it's been so long since I got this episode out. Moreover than just, having a lot of actual work in real life to do. But hopefully this will be the last time I record this. And we can just get this knocked out and move on to the next episode where things sort of happen a bit quicker. This is probably going to be a long episode. Mainly because I know I run into a lot of issues. And I think it's good to try and show all the issues you run into on a series like this. Because, that's the real struggle, right? Trying to sort out every little problem you have and to get a farm going, you're always running into a lot of problems. But let's just get this last bit lined up here. And we'll pick up that forage wagon and start picking up this grass and get it into that production so we can make a little bit of money. I know I really want to get a planter because I don't want to just do mostly seed. I think I want to do some like corn and things like that. I actually almost have not. I've never done corn on Farming Simulator before. I'll just do a quick detach there and run up to forage wagon, bringing that back. Looks like my other tractor's finished work in the field. I think there's a few spots I need to clean up. Basically, the way that roller sort of tracks around, it doesn't follow. You basically have to do a pretty big overlap on course play to make it work right. So I just kind of let it do its thing, and I'll go through and I'll fix up any spots that it's missed afterwards. So something that I learned after I recorded this episode is a mistake you'll see me making soon. I learned that you have to save the course and load it onto the other tractors, because my plan was to use the faster Gutsvar to do this forage wagon pickup on that course. But I didn't realize that you had to load that course from one tractor onto another, kind of with course play the way it works. I figured out how to do that now, but looking back, it seems like oh yeah, let me just scroll through here and try and remember how to do this and do it not right the first time, I guarantee. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of a longer episode. I'm not going to do as many cuts and edits as I did in the first one. Mainly because I'm just tired of trying to edit this episode up properly. Hopefully we'll get back into a better rhythm with episode 3 and 4. So yeah, I got that guy going on picking up. I'm just going to touch up this field here with this cultivator. It's a cool cultivator because that's something I would probably use in real life. You don't really want to plow heavy on a lot of fields. Like, if I had good ground already, I would just want to do just enough to tear up the grass that's growing there and then plant over it. At least in real life, I feel like that's the way I would do it in real life. This is like kind of a farm-made sort of cultivator, basically. I do like it for that. But the real issue is when you take it off of the ground that you were creating fields on. So yeah, I have to turn off create fields because there's no wheels to like lift it up. So yeah, let's just turn off allow create fields. And the real problem with it is it's really annoying when you are driving this on land you don't own, because that pop-up that says you don't own this land is just constantly in your face. So I believe I just dropped this off here. Yeah, it needs to be unloaded already, that forage wagon. Yeah, so we'll drop this off, and I'm gonna run down with this tractor because it is just so much faster. Such a nice tractor, this one. I did like the first tractor I started with. Oh, well, maybe I did this differently than I remember. Yeah, so I start trying to bring it up with this, and I don't think I get much over 12 or 15 miles an hour. Oh, 18. Yeah, we're going. We're going at a decent clip. I know that other tractor can hit 25, though, so that's definitely the one I want to use to cart. And yeah, that hill is already killing this guy. We'll just struggle. Oh man, down to 10. Yeah, that's when I decided to trade the tractors out. For sure. 10 miles an hour, I'm like, yeah, man, I got the patience for it. So we'll probably get this unloaded, swap to the other tractor, and that's when I realized that I didn't download the course or save the course from this tractor and download it on my other one. So I ended up just manually picking up the grass from that field. It's not a big field, so it's not a big deal. But it definitely took me a minute to do. And this white tractor will be totally fine for starting to seed the next field. Let's get this guy hooked up and dump this grass. Alright, we'll rush on down there, and I think this is when I end up into finding out that I can't just pick up that course play without doing the save and load thing. I know how to do it now, but when I was filming this, no, I wasn't sure. So I think I'll probably put a quick little cut in here over to when I start doing the next thing. Okay, so I just manually picked up the grass, and I'm going to put in this fieldwork fill station. It's a great mod. I knew I would need it just for seed and lime. Making that trip to the store to pick up lime would be a real struggle. Try and smooth the grass out a bit here. It would be so much easier if I just moved that tractor, but I'm just going to struggle and do it the hard way. It's, you know, that's how I do things. So let's get this guy back down there to pick up more grass. I definitely need to get, you know what? Yeah, let's start working on getting the liming and seeding and all that sorted out first. I want to get these 2 fields planted for sure. Getting that grass up's not a priority. I can always pick that up later. But get these 2 other fields in. It's definitely something that needs to happen. I want to put some fertilizer in this guy. If I can remember how to put fertilizer in. Yeah, you got to open the top. Alright, fert's in. We're ready to go. So some things I'd really like to do with this is try and do cover crops to not use as much fertilizer and things like that. Try and do like more of a organic or natural style crop. I think it's kind of a fun thing to try and do. Let me just pick which thing. I think I'm gonna go with maybe canola in this one. Yeah, so I think if I do canola in this, that production that I put in can make oil from the canola, which would be a good source of income early. Like, maybe it's not too realistic, but you know what? It'll be fine. I'm just gonna use that for like 6 months until we can start doing some more normal productions and whatnot. Yeah, I definitely need to pick the soil information first. So yeah, I bought the soil information first. That way, I get the nitrogen is right. I think you need to buy it first. Yeah, horrible with the nitrogen right now. Oh yeah, and a lot of silty clay in here, so not the best soil, but... So I'll get that guy going in a second. Let me just first take this guy back to the store. I need to pick some things up. So we're looking around here. We need to get a lime spreader and a fertilizer spreader. Hopefully like a combo unit. There's a few in here that I'm just really debating on which one I need. So yeah, that's just the trailer. So I know that I need, really this first one is ideal. It's so much cheaper than the other one. 42 meter working width, that's fantastic. Small capacity though. But I think I have an idea for a workaround on the capacity. I definitely, so I'm not sure how realistic it is to do what I'm about to do, but we'll see. I'll let you guys be the judge. So yeah, we're buying a little trailer. 69,000 or 6,900 for this guy. This is you know, it's a funky way to do it, but it works in the game. Yes. Okay, got that picked up. Grab this trailer. I'm still kind of laughing about how this works. So basically, whatever you're carrying in like a trailer or even like a front loader bucket will just go towards whatever implement you're using when that implement runs out. Oh, this car coming. All right, let's get out here. And I don't think it's that unrealistic. I mean, it definitely is a bit unrealistic. But like, you could haul a trailer with you and just stop and fill it up anytime you ran out in the field, right? Anyways, let's get back to the farm and let's see how well this works. So here's our silly setup. Already hit one field with it, tested it out. It works. It's interesting. So yeah, you'll notice I have a trailer full of lime, and my front implement is just about out already, but it's just gonna start taking from the trailer behind me, and you know what? It works. So I'm gonna use it for now. I'd love to have like a spreader that's as big as this, that is as wide as that, as we skip to where we finish the field. But it kind of, they're like 60 or 70,000 for just a big lime spreader. And this setup costs about 10 to 12. And so we're just gonna rock with this. Definitely feels like the way to go. Bit unrealistic, but alright, it works. So now that we got all 3 fields limed with our unique setup, we'll drop this off and we'll start seeding those last 2 fields. Where do we put this? Trying to see if I can drop this lime off somewhere. You know what? Let's just park the trailer here for now. Because I want to use this trailer when we start hauling grain out of this field. Boy, that spreader makes this front end dip down hardcore. That's not gonna work. That's seeds, dude. What am I thinking? Trying to load up seeds into a spreader. What the heck? Yeah, I need to put some fertilizer in this guy to fertilize the fields. But we'll drop it off for now. Try and get that seeder going. And I think I'm gonna use this tractor again just because I just prefer it to this white tractor. The white one's a good one, but yeah, you can see just how slow it shifts. It's definitely not gonna be as quick. Let's see if we can get this guy seeded. I believe we were going to put canola in here. At least that's what yeah, canola. Set up a course on course play for this. If I can remember the buttons. There we go. 2 headlands should be fine. Yeah, 2's fine. Bit of overlap, up, down, manual, normal. Field margin, maybe a negative. Just to make sure it hits the edges. course and get this guy started. So I'm already noticing an issue here. It's not dropping fertilizer. Or seed. Yeah, it's gonna be a minute before I realize that as I was playing this, but I'm gonna get this one set up to fertilize that top field that didn't get fertilized. I'm pretty sure I had some mod conflicts with that particular seeder. I know that I swapped around seeders a couple times in this episode just to sort of get things going. But we'll get this top field fertilized, because I didn't have any fertilizer when I was doing this field. Oh, not the right width. There we go. I'll just run through and do this manually, I think. Should just be a couple quick passes. If I can stay online. There we go. Nope. And there we're off. Yeah, whatever. We'll come back and hit that later. I think we have enough width to do the whole. Yeah, I'm not quite over far enough to get all of it, but we'll just run back out, and I'm trying to split the difference. The frustration. Can definitely feel a bit of frustration here as I've been struggling with some mods and things like that to make this all work right. But you know what they say, it's this game is just a series of frustrations with a few really good bits, right? I think I've heard that quoted a couple times on this series from other players. We'll run over and see if we need to hit this edge. I mean, really, I'm not too worried about the edge, honestly. Let's just cruise on up here, get this corner. That should be enough. Yeah, that's good. That's done fertilized. And now I think I'm going to go check on my guy doing the seeding and realize that something's going wrong there. Something's going horribly wrong. I was hoping to just drive down and get some good views of this guy doing some seeding, but I think he's already stopped. And yeah, you can see almost no seed has been planted, and no fertilizer is being used on this field. So yeah, I run into some struggles here. I'm not sure why this particular seeder decided to completely break, but it did. And I feel like I have to blame a few mods, maybe. Maybe the courseplay worker hasn't quite figured it out yet, how this seeder works. But I'm probably gonna skip ahead here and sort of show you the not good results. All right, so it's nighttime. I have a different seeder, which is working now. Interestingly enough, I ended up just selling the seeder I had, and because I didn't have enough money, I rented this seeder. The way I'm role-playing it is my seeder was broken. It was a new purchase, so the farm was okay with me, or the shop was okay with lending me a seeder for a couple bucks to get my fields in, because that's what needed to happen. And you can see I have the fertilizer spreader on the front of this, because just like that trailer, if it has fertilizer in it, I can just drive with the seeder and have the extra fertilizer capacity come straight out of that. It's a bit unorthodox, but it works. If I can pull this seeder. There we go. And so if you noticed, I forgot we were planting canola in this field, and I started planting wheat. So now it's going to be a wheat field. It is what it is. Mistakes were made. But so the lended seeder, it's gonna work for now. I only wanted to buy equipment and not lend in this series, but or lease. But I think I needed to lease just to get this field done. You can tell how late it is. I spent hours just struggling to try and figure out what was wrong with that first seeder. But we did end up getting this field planted. It's looking good-ish. About as good as it's gonna look. And that's pretty close to all the things that happened this episode. I know I have one more field to do. That's gonna need to be done, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get a planter for that one and actually do corn in it. Or maybe sunflower. Maybe sunflowers, you know? Sunflowers could be good, because I can make oil with that production. But anyways, I'm going to leave it here for the episode 2. A big, messy episode. A lot of struggles. Hopefully, next episode will be a little bit better.